Yeah, man. Going. We got them.
Yo.
All right. Yup. So this is the KnockOut Show. I have another special guest in the building today. I've known this guy for a long time. Why am I so loud? Hold on. Let me turn my check. Yeah. If you can't tell, this is the most professionally unprofessional podcast on the internet. Yeah. I got a dope guest here. This is a good friend of mine. I've known him for a very long time. Shot by D-Dot in the building.
Yeah, cue the applause, bro.
Yeah, get the
Yeah.
Oh, we got an audience member here today.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Shout out John.
Yeah. All right, so going into what was we just talking about? We said it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Because you said, bro, that's the crazy thing. I know I'm doing. And I was like, that's crazy. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
It ain't enough to know what you're doing no more. I feel like it's one of them things where it's like, the world's kind of shifted, especially after COVID. Now I feel like we in more of a time where it's like you can be talented.
For sure.
But if you don't have everything else that goes with being whatever it is you're trying to be.
For sure.
It's not enough.
You just going to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, you just get lost in the mix because there's a lot of talent out there.
Even if you go viral or something.
For sure.
You just went viral.
Now you got to figure out what to do with it, though. Now, that's the thing. I feel like that's where a lot of people drop the ball.
I mean, that's what a lot of what I've been doing. I've just been doing a lot of research and development on, where is the money coming from? If I wanted to be a content creator and say I do go viral, where's the money coming from? Because a lot of people don't know, and then you go viral, then companies hit you up, you getting jerked.
Because you don't know. You ain't got no leverage.
You don't know. You
ain't
don't
got
even
no
know where the money
comes
comes from. You don't even know that, you feel me, AdSense, ads pay out. You don't know.
A lot of people don't even know nothing about, SEO, how to be found, how to really promote, how to market their content either. So I think that's another big thing, too, actually knowing what to do with your product so you can make it happen again.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people drop the ball. What would you say is probably one of the most common problems that you run into when dealing with other creators and
artists
and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Whoever.
They don't know what they want. They don't know what they want, and they don't know what their end goal is.
Okay.
It's if you got something that you want, you gotta aim at it, and you gotta do a lot of work to have precision. You feel me?
For sure.
And I think a lot of people, like we was talking about earlier, a lot of people get swayed by the vanity metrics.
Yeah. Explain the vanity metrics for people out there that don't know.
Just numbers. Numbers matter, but they don't.
We just talked about that, too. Yeah. I feel like now things are going into a space where it's people actually have to relate to whatever it is.
Just connect.
You know what I'm saying? Being able to connect.
Because that's the only way you build a platform. Because followers don't exist no more. Subscribers do.
What would you say is your main focus as far as social media goes? Is it Twitter? Is it
just
Instagram?
Being more vulnerable. Talking more like we're doing right now. And just having a goal of how I want people to see me as a creator, a creative, just knowing that.
Yeah.
It's and my whole goal is I want to help expand brands, and I want when people come to me, they know, hey, Doc gonna get you right.
No, for sure, every time. Every time. Doc gets me right. Every time. So what really made you pick up a camera?
In 2019, I started taking Polaroids because I be going through waves where I just man, if the internet go down tomorrow, we can't use our phones. What we gonna have? We ain't gonna have no music. We ain't gonna have nothing. So I was going through that phase. So I just bought a Polaroid on a whim, a Polaroid camera.
Yeah.
And for 2 years straight, I was just shooting Polaroids, like, cause I'm like, you could taking pictures on your phone is cool, but when you holding the picture, it's different. Definitely. I just like that you can freeze time, like.
That's dope.
It's
it
just
is dope.
It's
something
like,
you can actually have a physical.
Cause I got around the time where I was studying photography, when I was getting into it, I was like looking at World War III pictures and because obviously we wasn't there. But it's like when you look at somebody who is a war like photographer, he's in the midst of like bombs flying, bullets flying, but he's taking these very candid pictures of like somebody eating tuna fish in a bomb shelter. It's just like I wasn't there, but he stopped time right there. Like you feel me? Like he literally stopped time. Like,
do you feel like you have a signature with your photography? Is there like certain like things that you feel like you do that's like you can look at it and you can like even without a watermark on the photo, is there something that you can look at it and you can tell that's a dot photo?
Yeah and no. I mean, I think I'm trying to form a style, but I think your style just comes from you as like your ethos as a person. Okay. Like, so and it's been years. As I'm getting to know myself and who I am and what I want. It's like I'm forming this connection more with the that I do. So I think you form a style by just being consistent and keep shooting, keep doing what you're doing, and I think the authenticity will just like ooze out.
Yeah. Do you have a preference of like? Do you prefer to shoot more for like artists? Do you prefer to shoot lifestyle content? Do you prefer to shoot like? Is there like a?
I mean, I like both for real. I really don't like studios, and I like documentarian like photography. Like I was just talking about the war stuff.
Yeah.
So, and my whole goal is to like, I want to do some type of magazine, some type of coffee table book. I want to do galleries on like certain projects that resonate with my ethos and what I'm about as a person. Because I think those things are dope. Like I want to sell products to people. Like I hate camera bags, so I don't think there's a good looking camera bag in the world.
Make your own, man.
That's what I'm saying. So you gotta make your own. It's like I like tote bags and like big hobo bags, and there's not one made for like cameras per se. So it's like I'm doing some R&D on like how to make a camera bag in my way that you feel me that I could one day hopefully sell to people.
Okay. So when you're not shooting, you're not working on photography, what are you doing?
Probably cooking. And it's not because I'm fat. I'm actually
Listen, I've been on Dot's here for years, y'all.
I'm saying it's not because I'm fat. I do like to eat, but it's not because I'm fat. I just like to cook. So my day job is like I'm basically a sous chef. Like,
this is a chef, like, man.
Yeah, I like cooking. I like watching YouTube. I watch YouTube more than I watch TV.
That's valid. I feel like I do the same.
Yeah.
Who you be watching on YouTube?
Mostly right now, probably this photography. Well, he's not a photographer. He's more of like a filmmaker. Mm-hmm. His name is YC Imaging.
Okay.
So I've been watching him a lot, and I learn a lot from like YouTube. So I like watching YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch streamers a lot too. Like, so.
Is it safe to say if you wasn't a photographer, you would just be in the kitchen doing the chef? Or what else would you be doing?
Not really. I would be doing some type of creative shit. Because I always knew I wanted to do some creative. Because I used to have like run a shoe company, like basically. But I didn't know what the I was doing.
If y'all didn't know, my man used to run JFK,
Just for Kicks 45, you feel me?
I still got the T-shirt.
I used to be the sneaker guy. Like,
I still got that shirt, man.
Yeah. But I didn't know what the I was doing. And I used to want to, like, I still want a boutique. Like,
I was gonna say, how you feel about the sneaker game now?
Yeah, I think it's basically dead, like how it used to be. Like, I don't want to sound like the old, but it's basically dead. But I used to want a sneaker boutique bad. Like, we used to like go to conventions, and I think it's still a thing. It's just not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still fuck with it though. Like,
so, what are some places you would like to go shoot in? Or like, if you could travel the world
right
now, no expense, where's some places that you would just want to set up and go
the desert,
the desert?
like Egypt or the
Okay, it's different.
like Saudi Arabia, like
Okay.
even like the Arizona desert. Like I'm trying to get out there soon.
What you want to see in the desert, man?
I don't know. I just like it. Like I like the colors. Like
okay.
I like the.
Might have to make a trip, man. We gotta
me?
go out there to the
like,
desert, man.
The red sand. Like I just fuck with it. Like, even though I'm gonna be hot as out there, but.
So if you could take it back to like, say if you could like talk to your younger self, yourself in high school when you remember when we was throwing the parties.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to that Dot. What would you tell that Dot?
Figure out what you want to do as soon as possible, and then don't stop.
That's real. Yeah. I try to be. Man, it's crazy. So, like I said, a lot of y'all might not know this. Some of y'all probably do know this. But back in the day, we was throwing parties. We had Team KnockOut.
Bangers.
And no, these parties was nuts. Like, that, yeah, let's talk about this. Because, man, I don't think we ever really talked about
we
this,
used to
bro.
Have
like,
fun,
man.
We used to have fun.
I don't think people even know, bro. Like, we had...
Don't know. We was pop when Twitter was Twitter. We was going crazy on Twitter, bro. Like,
man, it was at least twice a month, I'd say.
Yeah.
We had 2 big parties twice a month. What
would you say was?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was your favorite party from that era that we did?
I mean, probably anytime we bought an artist, like when the Joker fell off the stage, like. The K Stylist parties was always lit. I was just talking about that.
Was lit for sure.
Like, one particular part. I think just the KBA raves as a whole is just like was crazy.
Okay, so y'all don't know if y'all not in Kentucky.
Yeah.
You had Kentucky Basketball Association. This building.
5 courts. Like your typical AAU venue. Just picture 5 courts, the middle court, we throwing parties on. Like,
no, for real, like it's nuts. Was doing parties out there. I had a lot of stuff going on with Mon Lu at the time.
Yeah,
we was lucky to get that venue.
We had a few venues, bro. Like,
yeah. Now we definitely had a few venues we went through. What was that one spot we threw a party at?
Sir Pizza. I forget what it was called.
Was that the one on Richmond Road? What was the one on
Richmond Road? Yeah, it's the one on Richmond Road.
Yeah, it was the pajama party.
Yeah, that was lit too.
The pajama party was nuts.
Lit too, man.
Free Twain, man. Free my dog Twain, man.
Yeah, we used to have.
Yeah, we used to have a ball, man. Shout out to Rob, man. Rob, Young Promo.
Yeah, I was just telling you, like, when I was in school, like, obviously, because I was still the shoe guy and throwing parties, like, people would walk up to me like, you sell bro? And I'm like, no.
Bro, we threw parties.
Like, I throw parties. And at the time, obviously, didn't have no bills, so I'm buying shoes, I'm buying clothes, I'm buying women lunch. Like, you feel me?
Nah, we was paying good, man. We had a team set up at every school, and like different people at each school. So we was going hard back in.
People was bribing us to get on the list and stuff.
Oh, man. No, the bribing was insane.
It was at a high.
Yeah,
it was at an all-time high.
I think that's kind of what's gone from it. I feel like I don't really see a lot of teams no more in it no more. I say it across the board, not just in like parties, not just in like events and stuff, but I say that in like everything. Like I remember used to have DJ coalitions that would actually like go out, do events together and stuff like that. It's not really, I mean, it's a thing, but it's not like in the hip hop community, it's not as big as it once was. I even feel like with photographers, there used to be actually like photographer cliques that would go out and do their thing.
But I think just inherently being young is super cliquish because you're looking for your tribe. I think as people get older, start having kids.
Yeah.
So you looking at it from a vantage point of where we at right now. But if you go talk to some of these young people,
they ain't got the same resources.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ain't got the same resources, but they still looking for their tribe, like, or they still in their tribe. And I think stuff is less authentic now because of social media. Mm-hmm. So it's like everything can be a little fickle. People hop clicks more, so it doesn't seem as authentic and it's not as much loyalty because of the cool points and the vanity metrics. So, like, it's a lot of people just jumping. It's a lot of young adults and kids just jumping clicks because it's like, oh, y'all not cool no more. I'm going over here. Like, you feel me? Back then, we was like, this is the only thing I think about. Like, this is the only cool people I know is the people around me.
Yeah. I feel you definitely right. I feel like after COVID it changed a lot. Like
because I was talking to somebody about like rap groups, and I'm like, those rap groups like ASAP Mob, Raider Clan, when like and XXX Tentacion them, when you can be that young and live in the house with all your friends. It works until it don't. Like until everybody get older, somebody gets somebody gets somebody pregnant. It's like now I gotta like I can't be around all these all day. Yeah. Like you feel me? But that's why it works when you like get out of high school, you in college. It just works because everybody's just trying to figure their life out.
Yeah,
you feel me?
So let's fast forward to now.
Mm-hmm.
You running a business with it. You in it every day now. Where's your mental state at with it now?
Just keep learning. Just keep learning and growing and don't quit.
Yeah.
Try to scale.
What would you say is like some of the areas that you want to like more so improve on, or like things that you feel like you want to know more about?
Really just giving more and the logistics of just business as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, trying to scale. I really just want the resources to do what I want to do, basically. Because like I said, when you figure out what you want to do, what your end goal is, now you got to figure out how to get it. Like now you got to figure out, okay, if I want to do this, how much does it cost? If I want to make a coffee table book, if that's one of my goals, how much does it cost to make a coffee table book? Like how many do I need? Like what's my audience? Like you figuring all this stuff out. So how much does it cost to make the bag that I want to make? How much does it cost to put on a gallery and then sell all those things? And then ultimately just building the platform and audience to have somebody to sell to.
Do you feel like it's hard to get some like the more, I guess I'd say, experience, or just like those people that are like at that next level?
Yeah, I think
it's harder to get in touch with them and get like game from them.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard. I just think you gotta throw yourself in the fire.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only way you're gonna learn.
So what did you say is probably like that moment when you was like, it was I'd just say like what would you say was like a turning point for you in it?
Probably this last contract that I got for Louisville Tourism, like doing their pictures for I think it was a flyer that they doing, and I think they got something with Essence magazine that they doing, and I was commissioned and signed the contract. It was like my first time getting 4 figures to do a shoot. Okay, and it was like real corporatized. But
you like the corporate world?
Nah, I mean, yeah, if it's cool. Yeah, but if it's bland, I don't really like it. But if it's cool, like, yeah. But I think I had like a notion about it, and I was kind of wrong because it was still like down to earth. They was creatives like me, but it was just kind of corporatized. And I think my view of like corporate stuff was kind of bad. Like I was just like, nah, I ain't messing with the corporate stuff. Like,
hey, it ain't for everybody.
I'm an artiste. Like,
it ain't for everybody. It's like I said, everybody got their own way with it.
For sure. For sure.
You definitely got a unique style to it for sure. Like, I feel like for me, I can definitely look at a dot photo and tell a dot photo when I see it.
For sure.
But I think it's also because I've been around you for over 10 years. So, like, it's different. But,
and I think it kind of jades you when you be like, that's my style. It's just like, you just doing what you like to do. And if you're consistent, you're going to keep doing it. So it's just like, I just try not to like I try to like just have tunnel vision and just do whatever my gut's telling me to do.
Like, so do you ever get like to a point where you feel like you stuck creatively?
all the time. That's why I just gotta like be re-inspired or
So when
go.
you,
That's when you like really. That's when you really figure out you gotta just jump off the ledge. Like you just gotta go do some like.
so what does that time away from it look like when you are feeling overwhelmed or you feeling like, you know what, I just can't deal with this right now?
I mean, I'm inspired by everything because I'm an only child. I'm alone a lot, so inspiration just like runs through my veins. So I could read a book, and I just understand how to be. It's almost like out of body experiences. Like I understand how to be inspired. Like if I'm watching, because you can be inspired by anything if you understand like how to be inspired. Like you can be inspired by a person you with in the room, or you watching a music video, you reading a book, you looking at other coffee table books or something. Like just walking outside. Like if you just gotta run it through you, you gotta run it through you. Pause. Feel me?
No diddy.
Like
Yeah. So, all right, at an early age, what was some of those things that kind of like? Do you remember kind of like things that like kind of like really triggered you
for
into
sure.
like or triggered your style?
I
Or
just
triggered things
always
that you were
I just
into?
always been creative, and I think it comes from being alone a lot. Cause that's like, I'm an only child, so if I wasn't with like some of my cousins or something, I'm just alone. So I had to figure out one, a way to entertain myself, and two, just to.
What was you doing to entertain yourself?
I was drawing.
Hmm.
I was painting.
You still draw and paint now?
Uh, Not a lot, but I'm trying to get back into it. Like I just got on Procreate, and I've been learning
Okay.
Procreate and digital art, and I think I just took all of that stuff
Yeah.
and found the medium that worked for me. Excuse me.
What would you say is like kind of like you'll just go to if you just creatively wanted to do something, express something? Do you pick up the camera first? Do you
Yeah,
just?
I pick up the camera because I want to get into film too. So
Mhm.
I've been doing a lot of practicing on just angles and coloring and just shooting
Mhm.
certain stuff. I've been making like a lot of vlog footage.
Okay.
I think I'm about to go on this YouTube journey real soon. Just making YouTube videos. So I just been
Man, better
filming a
lock
lot.
in on the
Yeah, as
YouTube.
I'm saying, I just been filming a lot and learning. Like always, never stop learning. So you can always catch me filming something,
Yeah.
taking some pictures. Um, it's almost like a plague at this point. Like it's not a plague, but it's like I can't stop. Like
You locked in. You
yeah,
locked in. You and I feel like you really in like your grind period right now.
for sure.
Um. So for a while, we used to work together, and what was probably like your biggest challenge with that? Like, what was like your main
Working
reason
at
as far as
working
like,
at that.
yeah,
I don't know. I just didn't like that. I couldn't like listen to music, and it was like a long shift.
12 hours ain't no joke.
Yeah,
12 hours
I'm
ain't
not
no
built for
joke.
that, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm built for it. Cause you know the reason I like those, cause I just said I'm always alone.
Yeah.
It's like dealing with customers is like I don't really like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I went to because I'm like they gonna tell me what I do every day. I'm gonna come in, clock in, do it. Ain't nobody gonna bother me. I don't gotta talk to nobody.
Yeah.
Like I can just sit over there and do my job. That's like ideal for me. Like I work well by myself, so it's just like that was good for me. But the redundancy of doing that same job, and
You
then
drive you insane, bro.
yeah, and then they told me I couldn't like have my headphones in. I was like, one day I was just like, we went on lunch, and I
Mm-hmm.
was just thinking to myself, and I was like, I'm going home. I just went home. Like I just went home. I was
You
like,
don't know
I
how
found
much
a
I
new
be
job.
wanting.
Like, but that's also a
Hey,
benefit of
bro,
me not having
that's
no
crazy.
kids or nothing. Like, it's like
Nah, it's definitely
I
different
just
when
went
you
home.
when you
Like,
out here.
yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm going home. I was like, I'm gonna put in a couple applications for another cooking job or something. It's just like I ain't really messing with this dog. Like,
It's
nah,
definitely different when you're in a different
nah, man,
space. Uh, Being in that space though, I feel like it also allows you to, like I said, only worry about you.
yeah,
Like
for
you don't
sure,
have to worry about nobody else.
for
So,
sure.
um,
And the job was easy. It was just
yeah,
redundant, and then I found myself like for that period they was like no headphones, and I just found myself talking to myself because I ain't really want to talk to nobody. Like sometimes you would spark up a conversation, or like, but I ain't really talking to nobody because when you talk to people at work, they just tell you their whole life story, and I'm just not that type of person. Like I'm just not. It's like I don't just give out like, you know what happened to me.
It's only funny because it's only
yeah. You know what happened to me today? Like such and such. I'm like, why would they do that? And you hit them with that's crazy. That's crazy. For real?
It's hilarious. I'm still out there, so that's why I see it. That's why it's hilarious. Because it's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I just
ain't the type to tell everybody my whole life story. We just met or we just at the job. It's just like...
Nah,
and that just comes from being alone a lot, too. It's like...
Because they do it, though. Like, they gonna sit there and they gonna try to act like... Nah, my thing is that they come to you, they will, like, be your best friend in, like, an hour.
Like, sometimes I mess with it, because, like, some people need that. Some people ain't got nobody to talk to. Like, I get it, but it's like...
It's a way to pass time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, at the same time, I don't need to be knowing what you...
Yeah, I'd rather listen to a podcast or some music or something, like...
I definitely can't say what company it is, but I definitely be in there with my digs in. I'm not... I don't care.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't care.
But they kept telling me, and one of the dudes, the dudes that be walking around, I'm like, man, ain't no way I'm just about to be in here talking to myself for 12 hours, bro. Like, come on.
You know how many times I done called him before in the middle of work. I be in there.
Bro, like...
Dog, I be in there doing all kinds of stuff.
Even now, I mess with the people I work with. Like, I actually like the people I work with. But I have, like, a social meter. Like, it's like, we might talk. Like, I've gotten vulnerable with them. Like, we cool. Like, I would consider us friends.
I think what it is you said it earlier.
Yeah.
You grew up as an only child.
For sure.
So it's like, bro, you don't like people at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. I love people, but it's like,
it's
like, how many times can we have the same conversation?
They come in every day and do that.
Yeah.
Every day.
I'm listening to podcasts every day at work while I'm cooking, like.
But there's your motivation right there. That's your motivation, bro. Let me get up out of here and go see something different every day.
And like I told you earlier, my goal at every job is like, how can I quit? Like, that's what I'm on. Like,
that's wild, bro. Said I'm coming into the job trying to figure out.
No, for sure. No, I tell people that. It's like, but in entrepreneurship ain't for everybody, but it's like, that's why I'm doing the actual work, because I want to actually build a platform and build and scale my business to where I won't have to work. Like,
what does, like, say you wasn't working another job outside of it, you just full-time, fully in as a full-time entrepreneur, like what would you say like that look like for you?
Probably just creating whatever my gut feeling is telling me. Yeah. Like, and obviously, like, my ethos and the way I want to do things is like, I like taking stuff that happened in my life and just creating from it. It's like, I want to do an expose on, like, black fathers, because I've never met my dad before. I've never called a man dad before. You feel me?
It's crazy.
So, and I have a lot of friends that have kids and they're great dads. Yeah. So I want to do an expose and like maybe a coffee table book, and
shout out to the Daddy Gang, man.
That's what I'm saying. A gallery of like my friends with their kids. You feel me? My friends with their kids. So it's like stuff like that. You feel me? That matters to me. And you got to have the capital to do that. So the only way to do that is to scale the business.
That's dope. That's dope. So, let's say you didn't live in Lexington. You could live anywhere you want to and just work on photography all day or whatever, however you wanted to. Where would that be?
I love Atlanta, man. Like, I just do, bro. I love Atlanta. Lately, I've been intrigued by London, by Europe, too. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I've been intrigued by, like, London lately for some reason, but
I love Atlanta, bro, but I can only deal with so much Atlanta, bro.
Nah, I feel you.
I can only deal with it for so long.
I love
bro.
Atlanta,
I get to a
bro.
point to where it's like, all right, you know what? I had enough. I gotta go back to Kentucky.
Yeah.
But I be feeling like that about a lot of places.
But I like Atlanta because it gives you that city feel, but it's still a lot of greenery. It kind of still look like Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like I like Nashville too. Weirdly. Like,
Nashville's not bad at all.
Yeah, I think Nashville would be dope too to move to.
It would be dope. What would you say is like early on in your photography journey, you was like, if this happened, it would change the outcome of everything else. What would that be?
It would change something. Probably being commissioned by like a big company. Like I always tell people, I'm trying to get to the company money. Like,
what do you think? What makes it harder for upcoming photographers to get to that point?
I think just like any creative landscape is just the saturation of it, which is why, like, if you authentic to yourself, that's really the only way to stand out because there's not two yous. So if I say, oh, I love Gunnar Stahl, I'm inspired by Gunnar Stahl. You know what Gunnar Stahl is, don't you? Mm-hmm. I'm inspired by Gunnar Stahl, and then I do everything Gunnar Stahl does. Did I pull it out?
No.
And then I go do everything Gunnar Stahl does. It's like,
still
why would a magazine company need another Gunnar Stahl? They don't. Like, or like Kim Kirk. Like, they don't need another one. So just be true to you. Figure out who you are, what you want to do, because when you find that, that's the only thing unique about you, and that's really what makes you unique. Because there's not two yous. So it's like, if I could be me authentically, and it come out through my art, somebody find value in it. That's a win for me. Like Nike be like, oh, we've seen what you've been doing. Like, we want exactly what you've been doing because we think it's super authentic and aligns with whatever brand we promoting right now. We need you to do this, this, and this. We're going to commission you for it. That's the dream. That's the lick. Like,
for sure.
That's going to give me the money to ultimately do what I want to do.
Is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet that you want to work with, as far as like or any like an athlete or models, or is it like?
I don't know. There's a bunch of Louisville people I want to shoot. I mean, there's a bunch of people I want to shoot, even in Lexington. Yeah. It's just like, I just haven't got to it. There's nobody in particular, for real. I think with me it's more like projects.
Yeah.
Like, projects that I want to do. Because that's the way I see my art, is in, like, certain projects.
Early on, like, how did you, like, did you have it, like, all mapped out, like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, or was it just you going freestyle off the top of the head?
Yeah, I had to figure it out. Like, I just had to figure out what I wanted and who I wanted to be.
I feel like I don't see you do a lot of events anymore.
Nah, I hate doing that.
You hate doing events?
That's what I'm like it's money in doing, like, stuff like weddings and real estate and stuff, but it's soulless to me. Like,
it's real. It's real. I mean, but
that's true,
it just
keeps coming
back. Not everybody wants to do it for the money, though.
Exactly.
That's the point, though. It's like, I mean, I DJ because I love DJ.
And there's nothing wrong with the people that do it for the money. It's like, you just figured out you good at something, and somebody might be doing photography, like wedding photography, to get to something else. Like, using wedding photography to get the money to do something else. But I don't see nothing wrong with that. It's just like my authentic self and me just being me. I don't like doing weddings. I don't like.
No, for sure.
You feel me?
What is it about weddings you don't like?
I don't know. It's just like a lot of people. It's a lot of moving around.
It's social off.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. And I know I shouldn't be saying that because I've never done a wedding. But it's like, I just feel like it would be exhausting. Like,
out from the outside looking in on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've DJed a lot of weddings.
Yeah.
So
how you like it, though?
Now, I love it. I ain't gonna lie. I love to do weddings, but I have set parameters like in the way that I book my stuff.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm going to before I even walk in the door.
For sure.
So it's like I've already narrowed it down to like a specific type of client. I feel like I'm not. There's certain type of clients that I know that they're not going to book me.
Yeah.
They're not going to book me.
For sure.
I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's a money thing. But that does play a factor into it.
For sure.
It take a lot to get me out the house now.
For sure.
It take a lot to get me out the house.
Big knockout.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that though. It's like, but you can still pop yours. But
we popping it.
But you can pop yours too though, because it's like you can come in there and
you've been working for a long time too, bro.
But that's what comes with it though. I feel like as a business, it's like you get to a point to where you narrow down your specific client.
For sure.
Like I've been blessed enough to find my specific style of client that I work with.
And that's one thing I'm working on too, because I don't think I have repeat clients. Like, and most of them's artists. Like, you feel me? Shout out L. Shout out Spencer Diamond.
Yeah,
like,
you worked with a lot
of artists. And I take a lot of pride in like doing people's like cover art. Like, I think those are, even in the future, like those are my clients that I know I have like experience, work under my belt, like. To where I'm like, you could come to me and I'm gonna get you a dope cover. Like, yeah, I can shoot people in the studio. Like I really like working with like music artists just 'cause I love music too. So it's just like.
So working with a music artist, is there anything like you like look for when you are like when they're trying to book for you that like makes your deciding factor? Like,
I gotta like it.
Person, or you not?
Yeah, I gotta. I don't have to like it.
I was gonna say, like, do you have to like the music? Because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have to like it, but most people I work with, I like their music.
Like the music, yeah. It makes it a lot easier for sure.
For sure.
Hell, you did the cover for Hard and Hustle. You did. Me and Spoon's tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have done some more than that, I think. But doing cover art, what is different about that than shooting portraits and stuff like that, or shooting like any other style?
I mean, because I think sometimes it could be a good challenge to like get to know this person, listen to their music, ask them questions. Like, it's something that I could really work on, and because I like branding and marketing. Like, that's what I was going to school for before I like dropped out. That and communication is basically like script writing and stuff. So it's like being able to help the vision become well-rounded, and then going and shooting it and executing it. Like, that's dope to me. Which is basically just what photography and being creative is in general. I just like that specific thing just because I love music, like stuff like that.
Where do you feel like the photography community is right now? Like, how you feel about like the current standing of it?
You talking about just like locally or just like in general?
Locally and in general, both, I guess.
I think in general, a lot of stuff is like just overlapping. So I think anybody, if you do something well, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of people do a lot of things well. The people who really cut through is the people that are connecting, either connecting or teaching you something that you don't know. And those are the people that like stick with me. So I think the community is strong. It's just super oversaturated, and the people you connect with is the people you gonna follow and subscribe to. So as far as that, it's like I don't really see too many communities. I think there's a big photographer community on Twitter that I really like, or X, whichever one.
Whichever one.
Yeah, I really like that community on X, and I think it's like I'm not even really into many communities. Like I'm in people's discords and stuff. I think as far as community, it's all like shared interest.
Yeah,
if that makes sense, because it's so broad now with social media and all these social platforms like competing with each other is so broad. That's why it's like super important to like centralize your audience somewhere because it's like it's so broad.
No, it's I feel like it's like we were saying, like narrowing down, like
for sure. But that's what makes it harder.
You, like,
yeah, that's why it makes it harder for people to actually figure out what they want to do. Because if you seeing somebody do one thing, you might like it one day, and then the next day you get in somebody else's Discord or you go watch another YouTube video or something else on Instagram, you might think you want to do something else. So it's like, who are you for real? Like
influencer era.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like it's got a lot of people trying to.
Who are you for real? Like
everybody wants they spotlight so bad, they just kind of run around doing whatever.
For sure.
And how did you know that? Okay, this is what I do. This is my thing.
Because it was like a comfort spot for me.
Yeah.
Like you know how when basketball players when they getting the little E60 on ESPN and they're like yeah, when I'm on the court nothing else matters, like life don't matter. That's genuinely how I feel when I'm like coming up with ideas or shooting a cover or doing a photo shoot. That's really how I feel. So I know it's cliche, but literally that. Like
if you had to take like a bag,
mm-hmm.
you could only put like 5 things in this bag.
Mm-hmm.
What would you put in this bag to take with you everywhere you went? Like, these are the only 5 things you can leave your crib with.
Gotcha.
What you put in that bag?
My MacBook, my camera, some sunflower seeds. I love sunflower seeds, bro. Some sunflower seeds.
I mean, you should
5 things in this bag.
Sunflower seeds. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got 2 more.
I got 2 more. Does this like count for like? I should have asked. Does it count for like food or just like any 5?
Any 5 things. These are the 5 things that you travel with but no matter wherever you go, you have these 5.
Yeah, because if I got my MacBook, I don't need a phone.
That's real. That's real.
I'm gonna take sunflower seeds out.
I'm gonna take
sunflower seeds out.
I don't know. I see you saying you need a hard drive.
definitely need a. I mean, it depends. If the MacBook is like 1 terabyte, I don't need a hard drive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a hard drive. Now, we're not gonna throw the hard drive in there. Yeah, I'm gonna say. That's really it. I ain't gonna lie. That might be cliche. But that's really like I could throw some food in there. Like water.
Big boy Dot, man. Like Big boy Dot, man.
Some food, water. Like, but if I got my camera and my MacBook, I'm pretty much good. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I can watch all the YouTube I want to watch. I can go create some shit if I want to create some shit.
That's
like,
true.
I'm gonna ask you the same question because I'm like
my
curious.
5 things.
I'm curious.
My 5 things is definitely. I
don't need much. I'm a simple man, you know.
I'm gonna take my MacBook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take some headphones.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound like my DJ bag.
Nah, for sure.
I feel like that's what it's about to sound like, but
that's how you know we love it, bro.
But it's like literally like I'm gonna take like.
Because I'm thinking of like
controller that I can DJ on and practice on like wherever, and then I mean, I'd say those 3 for sure. I've got to have me some water, but I am a super picky water drinker. Yeah. So
now, which water's hitting right now?
I've been on Essentia Tough. Essentia holla at me.
I mess with Essentia.
Essentia holla at me.
I mess with Essentia.
But
what's it called? Aquapana. I mess with Aquapana.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because my job is real bougie. Like they got Aquapana, and I be drinking it every day.
Yeah, I'm real picky on my water, so that'd be like my 4th thing I'd have in there. I think my 5th thing would be my 5th thing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna take my phone with me.
Yeah.
Just because my phone has a camera, and
see, that works for you.
I can bro. Here's my thing. I'm not a photographer.
Yeah.
But I do like to take pictures on the fly I'm doing. Like I do a lot of dope stuff.
For sure.
And I mean, I feel like I don't even post like some of the craziest stuff I be doing. Like I know it might seem like I post a lot of crazy stuff, but like, bro, like I don't even post half the craziest stuff that I do. So yeah, I gotta have my phone. Plus, I can call my daughter and talk to my daughter and everything like that. So I gotta have my phone. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I didn't even say.
So you could do that on a MacBook too. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean
that's why the MacBook is amazing.
No, the MacBook is amazing.
You can do everything on the MacBook.
It's a game changer, man. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
it's not sponsored by Apple. Apple, we need some money though.
Apple, in any form. But I say laptops in general because I mean, like I said, it changed the game to where you can do whatever you need to do on the go.
Sure.
I mean, you can do iPad too. I mean, I'd say my MacBook and iPad is interchangeable. But the only thing is though, I can DJ from my MacBook.
For sure.
I can DJ from my iPad too. Don't get it wrong, but it ain't the same if I got this MacBook and them turntables. So for me, those is my life. That's just part of what makes me me. But I mean, yeah. I mean, shoot. I think everybody got something different, and you being able to travel around and do your thing with just those 5 items is. I think that narrows it down and puts it in perspective.
For sure.
Who
you don't need much.
Yeah, you don't need much.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that question because I just realized I don't really need much because I was thinking about stuff in my room and I can't bring a TV. I can't bring my bed. It's like if I'm thinking of these things, it's literally my camera and my MacBook, and that's it.
It's all you need, man. I mean, like for real,
I can get through life with that. You could drop me anywhere with that, and I'm good. Like I'm gonna eat.
Crazy.
I'm gonna make something for somebody. I'm gonna get some money. Like
that's crazy. Yeah, that goes back to what we was just saying.
For sure.
You can do it all from
for
this
sure.
Right here.
For sure.
How do you feel like? I know in photography, like the big thing is always like the tech talks and stuff like that. I know a lot of photographers. I'm friends with a lot of photographers, and I always hear a lot of photographers say, it's not so much what you use, it's how you use it.
For sure.
And then on top of that, it's like you do have some people that prefer, the Canon versus Nikon thing. And
for sure.
You got like Fujifilm and all them other different brands. Is it like, do you have like a specific brand or camera line that you only work out of?
Yeah, I like Sony a lot.
Yeah,
but I want to try a bunch of stuff. Like I've tried Fujifilm. Well, I really like Fujifilm. I haven't tried Canon, but I heard like the color science is like super good. But
yeah,
I started off with Sony, so I'm like super Sony.
Would you say it was hard going from like you took pictures but not professionally?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're younger, you might like taking pictures like at family functions and stuff like that, or just you might be on a vacation taking family photos, whatever. Was it hard going from like that into?
I mean, not really, because it was kind of a natural progression. Like I said, I started off with Polaroids in like 2018, 19, and I was just posting them, and people was messing with it. So I just naturally. Let me say this: the pandemic was like the best thing that ever happened to me. I was getting that money.
Yeah.
Like I was getting unemployment because crazy enough, I had got fired. Like it was crazy because it was the day that Kobe died. I had got fired on that day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got fired on that day. Then by March, they was like everything shutting down. Then we started getting unemployment checks, and by April, I had bought my camera. So,
hey, you got to it. You found a way.
It was like end of April, beginning of May, I think. I bought my camera, but it was definitely a learning curve. Like I had a lot. Like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos to.
I was gonna say
but I was reading books too. I like to read, so
I feel like everybody has something they went through, like when they was getting into their craft, like early on
For
in
sure.
their craft, that they was just, like, terrible at.
Oh yeah.
Like, for me, with DJing, I think, and I'm still not all the way great with it,
Yeah.
my left hand.
Oh, your left hand?
I'm cold with my right hand.
Yeah.
But trying to scratch and do all the cool tricks and stuff with my left hand,
Oh, man.
it's a train wreck sometimes. But I have gotten better with it for sure. Definitely, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm better than a lot of people with my left hand than they are with both their hands.
Facts.
But at the same time, it's like I said, you go through something early on in your career where it's like you might not have been just that good with it. It was something that you started off struggling with early on that you taking time to get better at.
Probably editing. Because I was always just fly on the wall, taking pictures, like I said, from when I was doing, like, Polaroids.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started to, like, do more research and stuff and learn more stuff, I realized that my edits, like, they were cool, but it's like I realized once I started learning about color grading and all the intricacies of what you can do, I was like, oh, these are terrible. Like, I want to be that. So,
have you ever had a client that just wasn't happy with the product, or?
Yeah, for sure.
How'd you deal with that?
I was just like, okay, we can redo them. What don't you like about them?
I mean, I always say it's that simple.
For sure.
But I feel like a lot of people...
Like, I try not to let it stress me out, but when people get aggressive, it don't stress me out, it just starts to be annoying. So it's like, okay, we can redo them if you want to. Like,
as a photographer, what is, like, for us, it's the people in the parties that make requests for DJs. What is that one client?
I've already said it a couple times when people don't know what they want. But a lot of people will be like, no, you're supposed to tell them what they want. I'm like, that ain't the type of photographer I am. It's like, I want to get to know you. Mm-hmm. I want to know what you like, what you don't like.
So you want,
but
like, that's why, your client to actually have that
that's
vision.
Why now my consultations start with, like, we gonna make a board. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't care what it is. Just find some stuff you like and put it on this board. Yeah. Like, and then we can go from there, because now, and I've done it so many times, and I know, and I've kind of studied, like, just creative stuff to where I know once I see the type of thing, it could be like one or two pictures. Once I see the type of things you gravitate towards, now I can start throwing you ideas. Yeah. Because we have a spark now. It's like, I need friction. Like, pause. Yeah. I need somebody to be like, okay, I like this. Okay, what about this? You know what I mean? What if we do it like this? Now that I see you like this, what about this? Now I'm giving you ideas. I just need that first friction. It's just like...
So what do you say is, like, the proper, what is, like, photographer, like, booking a photographer etiquette? Like, what's the best way for somebody to approach you if they're trying to book you for a
that's
shoot
one thing that's not something I'm struggling with, but that's one thing I've been trying to learn about more. Mm-hmm. Because I'm such a, like, a hermit person. Yeah. And sometimes I shy away from, like, initiating conversation. So it's kind of like, even when I was trying to say, like, earlier with making more content, I was like, I got to make a video about how to book me and make requests on my website, because a lot of people don't know how to do it just because it's there. Like, I can tell people link in my bio, send them a link. They don't know how to do it. So I got to make, like, some type of video to walk them through it. But basically, just first off, I have a form on my website where you can, like, say your preferred date. Then you can say what you need it for. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Name, phone number, email, and then we can go from there after you send the form. So that's why I'm trying to, like, that's why I've been doing, like, a lot of just research and figuring out the business to really figure out what that is for me.
Okay. So what'd you say is probably, like, your next steps? Like, or I'd say, yeah, just what's, like, your next steps in your journey?
Just giving more, doing more, learning more.
Is there any, like, goals in particular, like any specific goals?
I want to do a gallery by the end of the year.
Okay.
Well, no later than January. My birthday's January 5th, so ideally around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I got a couple ideas, so I want to do a gallery.
If you had a...
I also want to shoot
Like a-
my first music video.
You ain't done the music video yet?
I mean, I have, but it was
Bring
just
us up.
it was cool. I just want to actually produce it because it wasn't run and gun. It was just like a simple idea that me and Ills did. His palette cleanser video.
Okay.
Like we directed it together, shot it together. Shout out Chill Frat Bryce. He edited it for us.
Bryce.
Cause I really hate editing videos. Like I really don't like it.
You just said editing was your thing, man. It's your
photos.
Yeah.
I love editing photos.
Yeah.
But videos is like a whole nother tedious.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it, but I know it's something like that I gotta get better at. But I don't really like it.
So yeah, you gonna go photos or video, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Like if I had to choose, but I love film and I want to do films and I want to shoot music videos because obviously, like I said, it's a natural progression. When you get to where you like, obviously, I'm always gonna be learning new stuff in photography. But when you get to a point where you so good at something, quote unquote, but whatever, where you quote unquote so good at something, the natural progression is like, okay, I want to do a music video. I've been doing all these covers. It's like. I want to. The natural progression and next step is just to do a full music video.
All right, well, we're gonna do this or that then. All right, street photography or corporate photography?
Street.
Fashion or rappers or artists?
That's a hard one. I love I love editorial too. I ain't gonna lie. Or I'm gonna go artist.
Let me see.
That one's tricky though, because artists can be in editorial. So
shooting during the daytime or nighttime?
Daytime. Most photographers are gonna tell you daytime. There's some that like night, but like the biggest light source in the world is the sun. So most photographers is gonna say daytime.
That's real. Would you say landscape or what did I say? Landscape, or would you prefer like actually like doing people shoots like nature?
Portraits
like,
for sure.
Portraits for sure.
As much as I say like I'm not a people person, I love people.
Yeah.
Because I'm always thinking about stories, and when I'm asking people I'm always thinking of something creative when I'm around a person. Or if a person's telling me what they doing in life, or like if we was talking, I'm always thinking about something creative. Like, so definitely people.
All right, so we got a few minutes left before we get out of here. What is your? This is what I want to leave everybody with. Like, this is what I want people to know about me at the end of the day.
I'm just trying to figure it out and find what you love and let it kill you.
That's real. All right, so go ahead, let everybody know where they can find you at on social media.
Shot by D-Dot on everything. shotbydot.com.
Nah, D-Dot done shot a lot.
Yeah.
we got some stuff about to drop.
For sure. We shot something today that was fire.
Yeah, we got some heat today, so.
Don't let that stress you.
Nah, for real. Don't let that stress you.
Don't you let it stress you coming soon. Ills Bentley, KnockOut.
Yeah, man. So.
Another masterpiece.
Man. The KnockOut Show. We two episodes in.
Yeah,
We ain't
it's a KnockOut show. It's the KnockOut show. Nah, this is amazing. This is only my second podcast, bro.
That's fine.
Nah, I fuck with it.